Dennis Setzer and crew chief Eric Phillips was trying to play a little bit of strategy. They came in on lap 57 to top off with fuel, but the wrench got stuck when they made a track bar adjustment. So because of that penalty, they knew they had to go to the tail end of the longest line. They came back in one lap later and changed 4 tires. Ray?
Well, Wendy, you normally don't see a short track truck on a big super speedway like this, but the truck that Matt Crafton is driving tonight actually ran in 5th place at Mansfield last year with Tracy Hines. They know that's a really good truck, but they put a brand new body on it, and Crafton has said the thing was very tight off the corners. They've made adjustments on it and made it much better. For Robert Huffman, he has not said too much on the radio tonight, driving an old number 17 truck that David Rudeman did not race last year. This is a truck that just sat around in the shop. They haven't raced it until tonight. Now the number 75 of David Starr is starting to move his way to the bun. After that pit stop, he said the truck just wouldn't go. But after the air pressures came back up, it seems like now that number 75 is back on kill. Starr has moved from 14th all the way up to 6th now. Now the 223 of Johnny Benson.
And David Starr gets sideways. It's David Starr who had just moved up to 6th, gets sideways with that very strong truck. Johnny Benson almost caught up with it, and he's able to keep it going straight.
Michael, Rick, we've seen it so many times. He was on the inside. It looked like a Robert Huffman trying to make the pass, coming off turn 2, lost the air off the spoiler, lost the back end, caught it, overcorrected. Man, look at the damage.
Wow, what a fast truck, too. He was trying to pass Robert Huffman for the 5th spot. He came to life after that restart, fought his way to the front. I know he's just got to be very, very distraught. Just
got to be brokenhearted. He knew he probably had the best truck here. He was making his way back, was racing back into the top 5. Unfortunately, just horrible damage to the 75 truck. There's Johnny Benson. He got caught up when David Starr came off the wall. He clipped Johnny. Johnny's probably will be able to make repairs. You see he has a flat right rear tire right there.
Also the left front, he spun every which way, but kept it going in the right direction. Now these guys will come in, and starting on the left side, they're going to have to change their rights as well. That right rear's flat.
We didn't get a good look at the left side, other than we knew he was going straight, but they're doing some cosmetic work to the left side as well.
I don't think anything happened to the left. They need to change that right rear tire. I think they're coming around to do that. Was Setzer involved as well, or what's his problem? Yeah, he got some damage
to the back of that truck.
See a little bit of damage to the right rear corner of that truck. We can't really see the right side right now.
Johnny's getting him a new right rear tire. There's David Starr. Look at him. I know he's just so disappointed. Anytime you just can't keep it off of a guy, Phil, you know, when you start feeling it slide up the hill and you just can't keep it off of him, it'll get sideways in 2 seconds. You're turning the wheels, Phil, to the left hard, trying to stay away from him, and then all of a sudden the air catches the back of it and around you go, right?
Let's take a look at why we're under the 5th caution of the night. David Starr, the strongest truck in the field, gets sideways, and that brings out our caution flag.
Oh.
Welcome back to the American Racing Wheels 200. Probably the fastest truck in the race tonight is now being hauled into the infield. Take a look at how this took place.
He was going for the 5th position on the inside of Robert Huffman. You see, watch him. He's going to try to stay off Robert Huffman. You see him correct it back to the right as he loses the back end, and then the thing grabs, and straight across the racetrack it goes. Hard contact into the outside wall. Bounces off that, and he's going to come and catch the 46 truck of Dennis Setzer and really give Johnny Benson, the 23 truck, a shot.
He also hit the concrete wall there, Phil. He had cleared the safer barrier, hit the wall where the concrete began. So I know that's a hard blow. Look, right there is the key to this wreck. He got sideways down on the bottom, slid up the hill, got next to Robert, and Robert barely slipped by.
What a horrible break. Michael, you've been in that boat. You had such a good car last week at Daytona for the Daytona 500. You had trouble. Wasn't able to finish this race. When you've got probably the best car or truck and you're not able to pull it off, it's just so demoralizing, isn't it?
Oh, it is. And I know David just can't even hardly breathe right now after what happened. But, you know, we see that all the time, Phil. These guys get down on the inside of each other, and it's very difficult, A, to complete the pass, or B, to even keep going in the right direction. And so Dave just had that thing get away from him right there.
And remember, had the 12 truck of Robert Huffman not been there, David Stark would not have spun out. But the fact that that truck was on the outside of him, he lost enough air off the spoiler, got sideways. Unfortunately, it's going to end his night.
And I think that's why NASCAR is going in the direction they are with the Cup Series. They're cutting those spoilers down. They're talking about cutting them down more, maybe taking some valence off of them. Cars or trucks would not lose their aerodynamic when they got side by side if they didn't have any, you know, and the racing could possibly be better. That's the direction NASCAR's decided to head. Might be worth investigating that route.